Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for another episode review, and I finally just got done with this episode like 15 minutes ago for episode 9 review for Stranger Things season 4 that I'm gonna be reviewing, or Stranger Things 4 that I'll be reviewing for you guys. It's probably gonna be a long episode review, just letting you guys know. And if you haven't seen this series finale for season 4, I wouldn't recommend watching this video because there will be spoilers. Just letting you guys know. So, I'm going to discuss what I know I've watched for this 2 hour and 22-minute episode because that's how long it was. And let you know my thoughts on this Stranger Things Season 4 episode 9 review. So let's dive into episode 9 review for Stranger Things 4. Now, it leaves off where at the beginning, which this was a pretty long episode, so I don't remember everything that happened, but I remember most of what happened because it did drag on for quite a while. But at the beginning of it, it just Eleven and Mike and Will and Jonathan and the stoner dude guy were trying to help Max in her situation. So she's being what is it? She's getting attacked by Vecna or something like that, and Vecna invaded her mind when she allowed him in her mind or whatever. So there was like this plan set up. The episode's called The Piggyback, of course. So yeah, it's basically where Eleven is trying to go into Max's mind and help her out by stopping Vecna from killing her. So yeah, Vecna is still trying to kill Max and all that. So uh, it I don't want to spoil what happens to that character, but let's just say something happens to the character. But yeah, then afterwards, Eddie, Nancy, Steve, and uh, what is it, Robin, and what's his name, Dustin, were going after Vecna, so they're going to take care of Vecna, but Eddie and Dustin have to be the distraction so they can lure the uh, Demogorgon bats to them, or whatever, I guess you call them. So that happens, and Eddie actually plays guitar in this episode, and it's pretty fucking cool. This was probably one of the best episodes I've seen to end season 4. It was a long one, but it was a good one for sure. And it took them a while to, pretty much at the beginning of the episode was where Hopper and them were trying to get uh, Hopper and the Russian guy and Yuri and Joyce and Murray were trying to get back home. So they eventually do, but it's not till the end of the episode. So it's quite a long episode for sure, but it was a really good episode. I really enjoyed this one a lot more than I thought. It's a great series finale for to end season 4, and it has a good cliffhanger too. But I don't want to spoil that just yet. But yeah, so Max gets uh, stopped by Vecna, and then Eleven comes in to help Max by making sure that she's okay and Vecna doesn't kill her. So it kind of almost happens to the point where she almost does die, the character Max, but something happens with the character. Uh, but we won't know till season 5 on what's gonna happen with that character. But yeah, season 5 is gonna be the last season, so it's not gonna be too long till they release it, the Duffer Brothers. So I'm pretty excited to see how season 5 unfolds too, because it's gonna be a really good final season for sure. Um, but yeah, Eddie plays guitar in this episode, and then he, the character Eddie, that you think Steve's gonna die in this episode, and you're like, oh, maybe Steve's gonna die. A lot of people predicted that, to be honest, and I was like, wow, it's a different character that does die. I can't spoil that. Well, it was Eddie that dies, of course, so yeah. Like I said, there are spoilers in this episode review because it's what I watched when watching this episode. Vecna does stop, what is it, Steve, Nancy, and Robin from getting to his lair and all that. So he, they almost get there, but they get stopped along the way, and these vines are choking them or whatever to death. So 11 does eventually come in, or Jane comes in and basically tries to stop Vecna from killing Max. So he's in 11's in that reddish kind of place or whatever where the Chrissy girl was, but is dead, of course. It's pretty gross. So yeah, and Max basically, I'm trying to explain it the best way I can. So Max basically does almost die. She dies for a brief moment, and then while Lucas is fighting the Jason guy, the jock dude or whatever that's going after Eddie, um, after that fight happens and after Max dies, there's a hole that rips in to the place or whatever. 11 does eventually. I'm trying to go into other things I might have left out. 11 does eventually go into uh what is it? She stops Vecna from trying to almost kill Max, and Max had some of her limbs broken and all that, so, and her eyes were like where she couldn't see, so it was close to the point where it almost bursted. So that's what happened to Max, and we won't know what really happens to her until season 5. So, yeah, let's hope for the best for Max in this situation. Sadie Sink did pretty well in this season for sure. The season was more focused on her too, as well. It was focused on a lot of characters, and this was one of the darkest seasons for sure. And I think the next season's going to be even darker. We'll just wait and see. But this was one of the most darkest seasons I've seen for Stranger Things. But yeah, then while they're fighting and all that, Steve and all them in the Upside Down, and uh, Lucas's sister and Lucas himself is fighting Jason at the time. Jason does die, but by the hole getting ripped in the house or whatever, and it kills him. So yeah, honestly, that character went nuts anyway. So he lost his shit in the during the whole season, but that was what his character was based off of. But he was an interesting character, but he kind of went a little crazy in this season, but that's how they portrayed his character. But still, yeah, there's a hole ripped in. I guess they called it an earthquake that happened in Hawkins, and it's nothing more than the, I guess, Vecna trying to bring his army together so they can go to war against the humans, I guess you could say. So season 5 ends with a cliffhanger, like what to expect next. It starts snowing, and then uh, it starts the grass starts dying, like the all that, so they turn black. So eventually we're gonna be seeing a war happen in Hawkins. So it's going to be a pretty interesting season for the final one. But we'll see how it ends and all that. But yeah, Eddie dies in this episode, and it's pretty sad. He was one of my favorite characters, and even though he was new to the season, he put a lot of heart into this character, and I really liked his character. But still, overall, I think season 4, episode 9 was a really amazing episode. I really enjoyed this one. It was a great way to. They had a great cliffhanger leading into the next season, which will be the final season. That's what they announced, that it's going to be the fifth and final installment of Stranger Things. So we're not going to get a season 6, but still. First score for me, I'm giving episode 9 for Stranger Things 4 a 10 out of 10. Great episode. I really enjoyed this one, and I loved every moment of it. There were some sad moments in the episode too, but yeah, it was a great episode for sure. And I just wanted to explain everything that I watched during this 2 hour and 22-minute episode. It was a long episode for sure, but it was a pretty good one. So, 10 out of 10 for me. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 9, or Stranger Things 4, Episode 9, if you've seen it on Netflix or online. I had to watch it online, like I said. My Netflix got canceled for a brief time, but it'll probably be back up next week sometime. But if you did enjoy this episode review I did for Stranger Things 4, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Just tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. Sorry, I slurred with what I was going to say when I was trying to say tap a like on this video. But yeah, I'll be returning to you for a track review for Bad Wolves, The Body. I think that's going to be the next thing I'll be reviewing, and then I'm going to probably watch The Black Phone or something. I haven't decided yet, but I'll think about what I'm going to watch during this weekend. But I thought I was going to premiere the Reason Why episode on Sunday. It is going to I don't think it's going to premiere before Sunday, so I won't have it out until Sunday morning. So I'll probably just make the video and record it as usual. So you'll be seeing a Reason Why episode officially come out Sunday morning sometime or Sunday afternoon, depending on when I wake up, of course. But yeah, I thought I was gonna have it premiered or recorded today and then premiere it on Sunday, but I didn't get around to it. But I'll see what I can do. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this Stranger Things 4 episode 9 review. I just wanted to give my initial thoughts on it. I really enjoyed this episode. It was a long one, but it was a really good one for sure. Great way to end uh, the season for sure, and pretty interesting cliffhanger to the next season, the final one. So I'm very excited to hear what you guys have to say about season 5 that's coming up pretty soon. They said something about it coming out in 2023 or 2024. So we'll just wait and see what happens. But until then, stay safe, take care, and I'll probably do Stranger Things season 5, the final season, when it comes out, which is another year or two from now. So we'll have to wait a bit. And as always, I will see you in my next review.